Welcome, I'm Barbara Walters. Welcome to my most fascinating people of 2011. My #1 choice for the most fascinating person in the world is Keri Trbovich. Keri was born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She's a full-time mother of 3, a part-time occupational therapist, a part-time cake decorator. My, that's a lot of parts. Let's meet this fascinating woman.
Barbara, thanks so much for having me. And I have to say, your hair looks fabulous.
Oh, thank you. Now let's introduce the world to Keri Trbovich. Start by first telling them how your personality is. How would you describe your personality?
My personality? Well, I would say that I am fun and I'm smart, witty. I'm a strong-minded woman who knows how to get things done.
Now, Keri, tell me, Barbara, how would your toughest critics describe you?
My toughest critic? I would have to say that they would describe me as being detail-oriented, strong-willed, slightly obsessive person with a wee touch of control freak.
And for the record, what would you say your worst and best quality are?
Well, Barbara, I would have to say, and it sounds so cliche, but my best and worst quality have to be that I'm too detail-oriented. Every cake decorator says it, but it has to be the truth because you have to be detail-oriented if you're going to produce awesome cakes. It usually works out to my advantage that I overly obsess about cakes, but sometimes it can come back and bite me in the ass too.
Keri, tell the world about your background, how it formed the lady you are today.
Oh, now, Barbara, this is where you're going to get me to cry, aren't you? Talking about my past and... Well, my past was great. I wouldn't change it for the world. My husband and I met in high school, fell in love. We had our first daughter when we were very young, and we were forced to grow up pretty quickly. We had an amazing family. We have an amazing family, and they're very supportive. And at a young age, my husband and I had to develop the attitude that we would never fail, because if we did, we'd be letting down our family. And that just wasn't an option. So that just holds true in every aspect of my life. I can't fail. I don't know how to fail.
You're welcome for the tissue. I know the past can be things that make people tear up, and that's why I do it. Now, please, let's move on. I would like to know about your critics. What do they say about Keri Trbovich?
Oh, criticism. Let's see. It depends on who the criticism is coming from, really. If it's from my boss, I would just accept the criticism with a gracious smile and a little wink. If it was coming from somebody who sort of ruffled my feathers a little bit, maybe a colorful word choice would be appropriate, or a gesture. I have a few favorite gestures. Most of them include one long finger.
I know you're a Cake Boss fan, Keri. Tell me, which cast member do you most identify with?
I can relate most to Buddy for a couple reasons. One, I make great cakes. Two, like Buddy at a young age, 17 actually, I think it was the same with Buddy. We had to grow up early, different reasons obviously, but we just had to develop that never fail attitude, and we know how to get things done. He's the boss, and I like to say I'm the boss. So, I mean, yeah, I think Buddy would be the person that I can relate to the most on his show.
Do you have food industry experience?
My food industry experience. I am proud to say that I am all self-taught. technically, that's a little bit of a lie. I did take a Wilton class, and I consider myself a Wilton school dropout. I took 3 of the 4 classes. On the 4th class, I couldn't be there, and that's when we learned to do the rose, the buttercream rose. I was very excited, but anyway, I missed the class, and I decided to YouTube how to make the rose, and I nailed it on the first time. And I thought, well, if I can make a buttercream rose, then why can't I try to figure out how to cover a cake with fondant? And then it just sort of escalated from there. So now I run a home bakery business. It's a very successful business for me. I do that part-time. I also teach cake classes to children, cake classes with the fondant and the buttercream, cupcake classes. They really do love that. And basically I'm just self-taught, so that's the extent of my food industry experience. Decorate away. Let me know if you need help, okay? Okay, guys. Everybody have that rolled out? Anybody know what a cherry blossom tree looks like? Yeah? Okay, so this looks just like the branch to a cherry blossom tree. Oh, somebody's screaming. Okay, I'm going to roll out my brown fondant, just like a branch, and drape it across. Just like that. See? And now it just needs some cherry blossoms. So with my little flower cutter, I'm going to cut out some flowers and put them all over the branch. Okay? And here, anybody need this? You can do the big ones, you can do the little ones. Can you do stars?
I need help.
You need help?
I need help because one of them very long.
Oh, you know what? You can stick your